Hello! Today I'm going to be unboxing a Morphy vacuum cleaner. I'm going to show you how to assemble it and give you my first impressions of the machine. This is a Morphy lift-away bagless upright vacuum cleaner, the Allergy model, with never loses suction cyclone technology with constant pickup performance, and with a lightweight detachable canister that comes off for cleaning stairs and above floor like the upholstery. Now this model is the red version. They do a purple version as well. There are some very slight differences, although both these models, the red and purple, can be picked up currently at the time of making this video in April 2013. They're both around the same price in the UK, around £100. You can get them for readily. Amazon, Very, plenty of places currently have them for £100. I think the main difference between the two, the purple model comes with a pet hair turbo brush, and I believe it has a longer flex than this model, but they are the same price. So I preferred the colour of the red, so I went for the red. And I have a turbo nozzle from another Morphy, so I didn't need it. I might regret not having the extra length of cable. I believe it does have slightly more cable, the purple one. You can check all the specs of these machines on Morphy website and you can compare them, because it is difficult to tell what the difference is between these two models, because they look, apart from the colour, they look the same. Right, it's got a 5-year guarantee, but you do have to register with Morphy, they say, to get that guarantee. So let's have a look what we get first inside the box. Naturally, we get the instruction book. First thing to come out is the power head. It is a rather nice red colour. I do like this. If you search my other videos for Morphy, you'll see me unboxing another Morphy lift-away cleaner, which is similar to this model. Slight cosmetic differences. The main difference is the look of the power head, but when I look at the power head underneath, I think it's more or less the same as the power head on the white model, which I've previously unboxed. So there we have, that's the Clarity Clearview floor head. There's an indicator light here that turns green when the machine's operating correctly, and it will go red if you accidentally run over a sock or something that will stop the belt from rotating. It will cut off. This light will turn red. Remove the obstruction and then you just turn it back on again, and that should be fine and dandy. So there we go, that's the head. Next thing out of the box, and this is where it differs between the white version that I've got. It's a much shorter crevice tool there. Not as long as the other one. Under that we've got the little bracket there which holds the crevice tool and the dusting brush. Dusting brush I'll be showing you in a minute when I unbox it. There we are, a bit of polystyrene, and then the next thing to be removed is the hose and the handle combined. It's got a suction control here where you reduce or increase the suction. This will reduce or increase the suction in hose mode and also in upright mode, and it just allows air into the airflow of the machine, and so it's good for doing lightweight fabrics, or when you're cleaning a lightweight rug or lightweight mat at the front door. You just reduce the suction, and there's the little release button there to release the extension tube. Quite a short hose, but it doesn't have to be that long because it attaches to the lift-away canister, because it does stretch quite a nice length. And you've got a nice swivel end here which swivels in different directions for tangle-free cleaning. So that's the handle. What else do we have? Next thing is your combined, it's an extension tube for using in lift-off mode, and it also forms part of the main handle when using in upright mode. And then the final, well, not quite the final, here we have dusting brush. It's they seem fairly stiff, these brushes, so I wouldn't use them on very delicate items, but it does swivel, so you can have it in that position, or any position in between if you want to do something high up. So that's your dusting brush, which we'll store on board. And then finally we've got the main canister part. As I say, I do like this colour. It's very nice. It's sort of a metallic red. So here we have the lift-off canister, and it's more or less identical. It's possibly a smaller dust container. I'd have to do a side-by-side comparison of the other version I have just to see. It may be slightly smaller. What we'll do, just take off the packaging around the handle. There we are. So that's the actual dust container. Button on the front here that you press, which opens up the bottom to release the dirt you've picked up. And if you need to give the canister a more thorough clean, you've got a button at the top here. Press that. Oopsie daisy. And you can clean any muck out that's in here. There's a metal mesh. Right, sorry about that. I forgot to charge the camcorder enough, so anyway, that's why there was that little blip. I was showing you the filter before I was so rudely interrupted. That's the mesh filter that tackles the coarse debris. It looks quite basic, but it is quite an efficient cyclone, despite the fact it doesn't have all the, it's not multi-cyclonic. It seems to clean the air fairly well. I'll show you the other filters in a moment, but anyway, it's easy enough to clean out. I have rinsed this whole thing. You can rinse it, but I would advise you making sure it's thoroughly dry before you actually use it again. But it's not necessary, you can just give it an empty and you can wipe round it if you need to. So that's the canister. It's a carry handle there for carrying it to the bin. You can carry it like this. You carry it like this. Doesn't really make any difference. This handle also forms the handle to carry the whole unit. And like I say, hold it over the bin, press that, job's a carrot. Underneath, where you put the collection container, there is the main motor with two further filters. This filter, it will get dirty, but an advantage of this machine, you will see this filter every time you empty the dust container. You'll see this filter and it will be a reminder for you to clean it. If you have another vacuum cleaner available, you can just vacuum the top of it to keep it clean. But Morphy Richards do recommend washing this filter, and you're supposed to only wash it in cool to warm water, no detergent. And it's like a big thick sponge. So wash it, squeeze it out and leave that to dry. Again, make sure it is 100% dry before putting it back in your cleaner, because if water gets into the motor, then that is not a very good thing. Electric motors do not like water. Under here a further filter made of a finer material, not spongy material, but I've found with use of my other Morphy Richards lift away, this does stay clean. You do find most of the dirt will collect on this filter, which, as I say, is easy to wash. You can buy spare ones of these, or replacements from Morphy Richards, and it's an idea if you vacuum a lot and this is your only vacuum cleaner. I would recommend, I don't think you need a spare one of those, because that stays clean, fairly clean anyway compared to the top one. Well, mine has stayed clean for my other model. But if you wanted to, get a spare one of these, and then you've always got, even when that's been washed and drying, you know you've got a spare one you can pop in. Would be nice if manufacturers included a spare filter, but you know, they've got to keep costs down, so it's up to you to provide one if you want to. And then under here we have the suction motor, and there's a little valve here, if you can catch that. If you block the machine, especially when using the hose, to prevent the motor overheating, because a vacuum cleaner motor needs air flowing through it all the time. You need constant airflow because it helps cool the motor. If there's no airflow getting to the machine, whether because it's too full or you've blocked the hose, the motor can overheat. So there's a little valve which is very common on most vacuum cleaners now. So if the hose is blocked, this valve activates and allows air into the system, so air is getting through to the motor even if you block the hose. You will hear a change of tone in the motor, so you should know. So that's where the secondary filter goes, covering the motor, and then on top of that we put the foam filter, and then on top of that goes the canister, and it just secures with two clips. A little bit awkward having the two clips. A lot of bagless cleaners would have a switch or a button near the top, so you'd press it and release, which is more convenient. So it is a little bit fiddly having to undo both, but it's not a hardship. But I would like to see in future models a button nearer the top, and I believe the manufacturer, this is a Morphy Richards, but you can buy a very similar model to this, branded Shark, in the USA. So this is really a Shark machine badged Morphy Richards for the UK market. And the Shark rotator, which I've mentioned in a previous video, is available in the USA at the moment. Hopefully it'll be available in the UK. And I believe that does have a button at the top to release the container. So that's that. Again, similar, if you click on the other video I have for Morphy Richards, similar setup here where you've got your final filter, HEPA filter, which is here. Let's get that out. There we have your final HEPA filter. That can be rinsed clean as well. I find pleated HEPA filters like this, it should stay fairly clean. It will get black, but that is mainly due to the carbon dust that comes out of the motor when it's running. So it will need cleaning from time to time, but not very often, because it should stay fairly clean. But that will take quite a while to dry. So again, it may be a couple of days. So if you're really fussy, get a spare one of those, but like I say, you shouldn't need to clean that too often. In that goes. And that fits into place there. So this is the main lift away part. You've got your on-off switch here, 3-position. The first position is suction only, so you've only got the one motor operating, and then the second position is the motor and the brush roll combined. So this is a twin motored vacuum cleaner. There's a separate motor, electric motor in the brush head, as well as the motor for the suction. So to assemble the machine, all we've got to do, we need to put the floor head onto here. It's easier done just by lowering the canister into the floor head, but I'll just show you this way because that's the angle I've got the camera. Like that. I think that's in. No, it's not. There, it's clicked. There's a little release button here. When you're using it in lift away mode, you just press that. And a good little feature, you don't have to keep your hand on it and then release. You just press it once and then it will just come away. So that's good. And then that pops back until it clicks, This is model 73410 and the maximum wattage is 1200 watts, so by no means it's going to be an energy guzzler like some of these vacuums, but if it's anything like a similar lift-off model it will pick up very well. Right, on to the main body now. We need to connect the hose, which connects to this swivel part here, and it's quite easy. You've got two little indentations there and two corresponding, oops, there we go, U-shape pieces, so you just basically click it in. Whoops a daisy. Oh, that's it, balance it on my knee, that'll do it. Click that into there, it's clicked in, and if you need to release it, if you get a blockage or anything, there's two little, I don't know what you'd call them, things, catches on the side. You just squeeze those together and out it comes. And nice seals, every part that joins that has the suction, you've got a nice seal to keep the suction in, and there, that's firmly clicked into place. Next thing we need to do is answer the phone. Right, well, this video doesn't want to get made really. First I had trouble with the battery and then the phone interrupts. Well, I'm going to have to go and I'll have to finish this in a minute because I've got Ocado delivering my groceries and they're early. A bloke rang up, I don't know, I think they did say, I think he's called John. When you shop with Ocado, they email you with the van they're going to be delivering your groceries in, which today I'm getting the onion van, and it's going to be a chap called John. Now Ocado, for all those who don't know, it's quite a posh home delivery service for groceries. And you'd think they'd employ people in, you know, posh people to deliver, but no, you do get regular Joes. Yes, I'm a snob. They sell Waitrose stuff. I expect somebody in a dinner suit to deliver my groceries. But anyway, I think they come from Leeds here, so I'm sure he's a lovely chap. I've got to tell him I don't want the milk anyway, because I ordered whole instead of semi, and I can't stomach whole. Semi's alright. But anyway, this is supposed to be about the vacuum cleaner, so I will be back as soon as I've had my groceries delivered and be able to finish this review. So don't forget where we were. I was about to insert the handle. So when you come back, when I come back, you'll still be there because the video will continue. When I come back, I'll be inserting this somewhere nice. Alright, see you soon. Right, I'm back. Got my shopping put away. Everything was as requested. The nice gentleman took back my milk. We no fuss, refunded the money, and all in all very pleased with my Ocado delivery today. Now then, what was I doing before we were so interrupted by Ocado? We were going to insert this where the sun don't shine, and it goes somewhere. Where does it go? I've forgotten. It goes here, look. Right, there we go, look. Here's the piece, yes, that bit. Another nice rubber seal, or some sort of plastic seal on there to prevent loss of suction. That fits with this little switch, red switch, down. You don't want to put it in this way because this is the upper part. So it goes in just here. It's only one way. If you try to put it in the other way, there's a little, well, you put it in with the red switch on the outside. There's a little groove, a slot here and a groove here to correspond, so it just goes down like this until it clicks, and then that ain't budging. Oh, sorry, I'm off again. Oh, right, it's like Piccadilly Circus here. First interruption was the battery had gone, second interruption Ocado delivered, and third interruption, Very have delivered 2 items. One will be the subject to another unboxing. I'll give you a little look at it, shall I? Ooh, what could it be? Ooh, look. It's a vacuum cleaner. It's a Hoover 7.2 volt click. The future in your hand. Oh, I'll be unboxing that later for you. I only got that because I got it very cheaply from Very. It's about 20 quid. Ooh, I didn't like that rattle. About 20 quid that was. And Hoover I think wants, is it £49 for it on their website, 50 quid? So I got it for less than half price. But I'm not sure about that rattle, but we'll soon find out if it's okay when I do the unboxing video. So look out for that in the next whenever. They also delivered a Freeview box, which I won't be unboxing because it's not part of this thing. I don't unbox anything unless it's a cleaning appliance. But who knows? Once I've run out of vacuum cleaners and steamers and floor washers and carpet shampoos to unbox, I might start unboxing everything I buy, which will be very exciting for you. I've got some toilet roll that came today from Ocado. I might unwrap that in front of the camera for your enjoyment. Don't think so. I'll stick with the old cleaners for now. Anyway, back to the video. So we've got the handle firmly in place, and now, well, not the handle, the tube. This is the handle, but before, you can put the handle in directly. Look, it'll go in, but, oh, press the release. Oh, it's a bit stiff. First, you need to put this part on. Again, there's only one way it'll go on. There's a little groove there and a little corresponding doodah there. And so it goes on, pushes down into place, and then onto that you put your dusting brush on the top and your crevice tool underneath. So they're always at hand when you want to do some dust busting above floor. And then the handle doesn't click as well as my other, it doesn't click at all. Don't say this is something I've got to send back. I think it's the universe telling me I'm buying far too much stuff, but I see it as this. Now if you're a Buddhist and you think, oh, all possessions are whatever, there's certain religions, I think Buddhism's one of them, that think possessions are useless. Well, I look at it as this. We're on the physical plane now, okay? So why not buy as many consumer durables as you can, use as many as you can, because when you're passed over to the other side, whatever happens, whether you believe we ascend to another plane or we're just worm food, whatever you believe, why not make the most of being in the physical plane and experience as much physical things as you can? And that, for me, includes vacuum cleaners. I've had my piece, that's religion done, I'll do politics another show. Right. Oh dear. Now that hasn't actually locked in place, so I'm a bit... Let's take... Oh, hang on a minute. This might mean a phone call to Morphy Richards, because I don't like you sending it back to the shop. I am... No, let me... Right, I am putting it in right, am I? That's the only way it goes in. Oh, well it has... Yeah, well it's clicked now, but it needed me to take that off. Now, it might loosen up. Things, you know, are rather stiff when you first get them. That's already loosened up a bit. I'm not fussed about that. That's just a little... What do you expect? It's mass produced in China. Saying that, I found them to be pretty good quality, although they don't... Hasn't had heavy use. Well, it had no use so far, but the other Morphy Richards one I've got hasn't got heavy use. But anyway, it's got a 5-year guarantee, so I'm not too concerned. Just take the plug off, the little doodah. This cord, although I don't know, I think it is shorter than the other model I've uploaded on YouTube. It just feels like there's less of it, so we'll have to see. I believe the purple version of this that does have the pet hair brush, I think has a longer cord. So anyway, the cord stores, you've got 2 hooks, a fixed one at the bottom, and at the top, one that turns. So you just wrap the flex around like that. It's a little bit tangled up at the moment, as I expect it would be with it being fresh out of its box. The last time this unit saw daylight was somewhere in China. So there we go. So that's it. No little clip on the end, which is a little thing, but it's something they should provide. I like to see a little clip, whether it's moulded onto the plug or just a separate clip on the cable, that just clips the cable together to stop it unravelling. But I mean, again, it's a little thing that is a little bit annoying. Now, there's no additional tools to this model, unlike the white lift-away version I have that came with a hard floor attachment that had a microfiber pad. This doesn't have anything but the two tools I've shown you, these two tools here. As I say, the purple version of this comes with pet hair turbo brush. So if that's important to you, go for that model, because they tend to be the same price. But I like the colour of this better. I think it's smart in this rather nice fetching metallic red. So here we have unboxed and assembled the Morphy Richards Lift-Away Allergy Vacuum Cleaner. I'll do a quick demo of this probably at another date. This is just the unboxing for now, but I can't see the performance being any different really to the model I've shown earlier. Just search for Morphy Richards, as I said in my videos. On my homepage, just put Morphy Richards in and you'll come up with the other video for this, the similar version to this, which is the one that's recently been advertised on TV, so you've seen it. But I could do a side-by-side comparison. I'm not sure if this is slightly smaller canister. I don't know. It could be the same. It feels about the same to me. I think it is a bit lighter. But this one, really, for the money, if you can pick this up for about 100 quid, it's better value than the one that comes with the hard floor. If you don't really need the hard floor thing, you can save yourself quite a bit by just getting this, because on carpets and above the floor, I think you'll find the performance will really be the same. I don't think there'll be anything to compare to. So that's it. There we are. That's the Morphy Richards model for you. So hope you've enjoyed the video. I'm going to, at some point today, do another video for the Hoover Click handheld vacuum. And I'm just going to see if the set-top box I've ordered is okay, because it's the second one I've had to order. The first one I ordered, it's been opened, and the 3-pin plug was completely, well, one of the pins on it was completely ruined. So I wasn't very happy about that. So I've ordered another one. Very haven't refunded me for the faulty one yet, because they've got to get it back. But this one had been opened as well. But I showed the courier driver that it had been opened. He was quite happy to take it. But no, I said, no, it looks alright inside. I'll give it a go. But if it doesn't work, I won't be happy. It's a Humax, or Humax, or I don't know, Humax. Freeview 1 terabyte hard drive recorder that I've just ordered. If you're interested in that, I'm sorry I'm not doing a video on it, because although I like gadgets, you know, I've got all my Apple stuff and all my electronics, I'm not at liberty to upload them on YouTube at the moment. But as I say, once I run out of vacuums to do, which will take quite a while, I might start on something else. Anyway, thanks for watching. Stay tuned for more, including the Hoover Click. What else have I got coming up for you? Some Miele's. Miele S7 when I get round to doing it. There'll be the Sebo D4 Premium. There'll be the Sebo D2 Total. Oh, there'll be a very unusual little Karcher cylinder vac with remote control and a power head. Very unusual. Quite rare. Never seen one since. Ooh, lots of things to look forward to. So, if you're subscribed, stay there for more. If you're not subscribed and you want to see more, then subscribe and you'll get to find out when I've uploaded something else for you. So until then, it's goodbye from me and good night from the Morphy Richards Lift-Away.